Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today it's pouring with rain, but well needed. We haven't had rain in a little while, so yeah, it's good for a change, I guess. Anyway, today we are, well, I've already gotten started, but today we're tackling the VQ25 DET, doing the rocker cover seals, replacing the coil packs, because number 6 burns out originally. I replaced that, and then after that, number 1 on this side burns out. Yeah, so I got some new ones from Interstate that have been shipped over. They've just gotten here yesterday, so now I've got the rocker cover seals, have the coil packs, so I'm doing it in one big hit. So anyway, we pulled out the air box, pulled out the air intake pipe, like an air return for the wastegate, the intake manifold. I've completely taken that off. That's the old seal, it looks trashed. So just wiped all that up now. There's a bit of gasket goo on there that I probably got to scrape off, but that's alright. Also, when you're putting these back on, put like a little dollop of gasket goop in the middle, in the corners rather, on both sides, because those sharp corners do tend to leak. Also, when putting the rocker cover seals back in, they have a tendency to like to fall out as you're installing them. So what I've done is just every now and then just put a little dollop on the seal itself, and that should hold it in. Like, I flipped it up the other way, nothing fell out, so that's good. All it's left to do now is I've just got to, because I'm pretty sure it's close to set, so I'll set this up on the tripod over here, and then we'll get to putting it in. Cool. Alright, so got some stuff in. That's not going anywhere, so that's good. Alright. Oh, God damn. I knew I was forgetting something. I did put the gasket goo in the corners of the thing, so I'll do that now, and then we'll... Alright, gasket goop's on, yup. Put that in the corners at the front of the rocker cover, where the rocker cover would sit on the head. So that's on, that'll stop it leaking. Take 2, eh? I'm just going to double check to see if that seal is still seated in the rocker cover itself, because there's nothing worse than putting a rocker cover seal on, a new one, and having it half fall out. Alright, that part's good. Part in the back is also good. Done, that's on, just like that. Alright, cool. Vacuum lines are all clear, nothing's stuck under it. It's all good, that's looking good. Cool. Alright, let's throw some bolts in there. Made this, you just draw out rocker cover shape on the top, mark where your bolts go, pop a screwdriver through it, and then just chuck your bolts in. Stops them getting lost. I've worked on these engines before, so I know where the majority of the bolts go back in. There is one down the very far back corner, which most people do miss sometimes. But yeah, it's hidden right down. You got to get right under everything to get to it. So anyway, let's chuck some bolts in. So there's a specific pattern that this has to go back in on. I've got it saved on my phone, so I'll pull that up once I've got them all in loosely. Alright. So now, I'm just going to go over them all, nip them all up, and then we're going to put the coils in. Alright, so we got 3 of the new coil packs here. So they smell pretty good actually. They don't smell like burning, which is great. That's what we're after. So chuck this one in. I don't know why I screwed bolts in so far. Right, number 1 is in. Also guys, maybe in the comments just let me know what some cool mods would be to do this. I've already blocked off the wastegate so it flutters. I have already done the exhaust so it's loud. If anyone knows any tips or tricks, yeah, just give us a yell, chuck them in the comments, and I'll reply to you and all that. Because these, I know you can high flow the turbos, and you can do a bunch of other stuff, but just like a cool, simple mod that doesn't necessarily make horsepower, but maybe just something cool, like, could be anything, something I just haven't thought of. Alright, coils are in, rock cover seals on, everything's nipped down. As I was explaining before, these don't need to be nipped down very tight because they squash pretty easy and then you'll have oil everywhere. So yeah, £9 on these. It's not going anywhere, it's all evenly tightened the whole way around, which is good. Those are all in, so all that needs to happen now is I just start clipping the loom back in on this side, and then I can start work on this side. So let's cut to that. Now pulling this side is going to be a heap harder, a whole heap harder than the other side, plainly because it has a turbo in the way, right here. So see if I can get it past that. Well, also helps if I unclip the loom from the rocker cover before I go pulling it out. Slight oversight, but nothing major. One. Right, that's out, cool. It's free. Bring that hose with it. There we go. Holy hell. Oh yeah, that rocker cover seal is trashed. Absolutely trashed. Ah, that's a shame. Oh well. I'll grab the rocker cover seal so you can see it. Do it over here. But where was it? The back side. Look at that. Snapped clean through. That's where it was leaking from. Oh, there's 2. There's another one. Holy hell. Oh, there's 3. There you go. So that's where it was leaking from. Because it was leaking profusely. It's real bad. Okay, grab a rag. I'm going to wipe out the inside of the rocker cover channel for the new seal to go in, and then I'll goop it up on every now and then to keep it in, and then we'll put it back on. That's all done. So I've done that whole seal. That's all gooped up. I'll wait till we're putting it in to do the edges here, just so it doesn't leak from the head once it's all been put on. But yeah, it's looking pretty good, sitting nice. I've wiped down all the edges of the head to put the new seal on. Take a look at that. There's no real gunk in there or anything. Nice golden brown, just needs an oil change. Yeah, just noticed that my GoPro was turned off, so I'm not sure how much of that I just got. Oh. Anyway, rocker cover's back on, seal's in, everything's seated correctly. I haven't actually done up the bolts yet. Okay, so now it's time to put the coil packs in. Oh, just hanging to drive this thing. Alright, first of all, inlet on. So let's get that inlet. Not going to worry about degreasing it or nothing. It's all good. Still done. Make sure it's all lined up. Also, almost forgot one thing. This pipe. That's got to go from crankcase to crankcase. Crankcase breather. Probably put it on after, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So, don't mind me, I'm just an idiot. Okay, that's tight. Beautiful. That's done. That losing my antenna. Now, I'm going to clip in the looms on my coil packs, which here. I think this goes over there. Don't actually need that one here anymore. Alrighty. All that stuff, including that one, so let's go round to this side. I do apologise in advance because I have skipped many of steps. I have put the whole engine back together now. Only reason for that is because it was starting to become a very long drawn out process, and I didn't want this video to end up turning into like an hour long, even with editing. Yeah, so everything's buttoned up, all the looms are on, all the hoses are on. I've double checked things, everything's good. Only thing I really need to do now is put the negative cable back on the battery, and I did have Ben have to come jump start me yesterday when I put it under the carport, so there is a high possibility that the battery may be dead. So let's give it a quick turn over can see the battery is dead. So everything turns on and it clicks, so I reckon if the battery was charged it would start. As an overlook anyway, they're not that hard to work on. It's just you've got to get your mind around it. Got to spend a little while learning about them and the ins and outs before you go tearing one apart, otherwise you're going to be in a world of trouble. But yeah, I can say now that they're pretty basic engines. I'm not too sure about pulling them completely apart and rebuilding them, but simple stuff like rocker covers and, you know, inlet manifold gaskets, and I mean the turbo is probably a little bit hard to get to, but it's majority of it's fairly basic stuff. So you just do some research, learn up a little bit about them before you go doing like trying to overcome a task like this. That's all the advice I can give you. Alright guys, so it's a fair bit later. My battery was dead, so I put the battery charger on it and I've got my jump start pack on there now. So let's give it a whirl. Hopefully it starts. Are you ready? Hey! There you go. She started. She's done. Sounds pretty good. There's no ticking. There's no leaks. Sweet. Oh. Alright guys. Cheers for tuning in. Hit the like, subscribe, get my name out there, and see you next time.